Welcome to Menage with the MariJayne Maven podcast, where we spark up conversation, verbal elation, stimulation, share our situations, temptations, education, relaxations, and elevations. Hello, hello. What's poppin'? So, how's everybody doing today?
I'm good.
Good. As you can, you can tell, and you didn't hear the homie over here, Chaz. You didn't hear him, talk about how blessed he is and how energetic and all the goodness that he brings and all the positivity. He is still recovering, so we miss you. I did see him today, and I told him keep that corona away from me. So he is at home recovering. He better be watching. So, of course, we have, my right hand who sits to my left, but my right hand,
It's
my
a
go-to,
bold move.
my go-to. Oh, see, there you go. You did know the song.
Of course.
Whoa.
I know the songs. It'd be your movie references. I'd be like, huh?
So proud of her right now, you guys. So proud. We need to keep like a chalkboard.
Yeah.
Every time that Chaz doesn't know something, and then every time that she does.
Oh, wait. I trumped Chaz.
Kidding,
Stop
just
it.
kidding.
It.
But what's up, Vita? Vita giving you
Vita,
life, giving me
you
life. And today we have a couple of different guests. So we're going to have one guest that's going to be joining us from a couple of states over. And her name is Kiki, and she's the owner of Get Fit with Kiki. And I'll let her describe a little bit about that. And she has a special place in my heart because she's my family, y'all. Okay. She's my cousin.
Kiki.
And then we have somebody else who I can definitely consider family because I've known him since the 90s, when we were a few of let's say 17 black people that were at Oak Grove High.
Yeah.
Watching Friends.
Yes. You probably didn't watch Friends, okay? And I'm staying with it. I love Friends. Friends is fire.
I didn't watch
but KelTheSquare here. KelTheSquare?
Yes, I'm a square.
KelTheSquare. And that's hard for me to believe because I still see him like we were back in the day when he was all. What kind of car did you have? Was it Cutlass?
I had a 67 Cougar and I had
Cougar.
a 72 Cutlass.
Yes. The purple one was the Cougar.
Candy blue was a Cougar. No.
What?
Are you still a square?
It was fire.
You know what? I'm a hip square. You
It's
know
hip
what
to
I'm
be
saying?
square.
Yes. But yeah, I'm pretty much a square.
Is that because of old age? Is that?
I mean,
Is it just life experiences is now taking you to just calming things down and being a grown man? And
you know what? Yeah.
Yeah. No, I can relate.
Calming down. You don't. And sometimes you just don't want to look the part, though.
Facts. I agree with you there. I agree. Well, we have a couple of excellent content creators and entrepreneurs today. So the quote for today is "What's poppin'?" And there's a couple reasons why. One, because that is my song right now. I don't know if you know. If you don't know, Jack Harlow. It's crazy. Love it. The beat is just ridiculous. And, it pretty much covers what this episode is about. It's like, what's popping? What's going on? This is going to be a little bit different episode. We're going to be dipping and dabbing into some other things. We have a challenge that is being brought forth by Kel over here as well. So I'm super juiced about that. I've talked about before how one of my dreams and how I will manifest being a guest on Hot Ones. And we're going to be sharing a little video of when I went to New Orleans and I took it like a champ. So we're going to kind of try a similar challenge today. So it's the Paqui, right? Is that what it's called?
Yes, it's the Paqui. When you
Paqui?
screwed me up.
Paqui.
Parkour.
Damn.
You remind me of Friends. I mean, not Friends. The
Paqui,
Office.
Paqui one chip challenge.
Got it. Boom.
Okay.
So that's what we're about to do. We're going to do that. Now, I have a libation, and when he's like, you got something to drink? I'm like, I sure do. I got a brew. And he's like, you need water. So we'll see. Because, people be doubting my taste buds. People be doubting it. So we're going to, jump into our guests as well here in a moment. We're going to be connecting with Kiki. But what I wanted to kind of start off with is finding a little bit about who you are, why you create content, what got you started.
Ooh, wow. People who know me know I like to talk, even though sometimes I come off as shy. in the
Okay.
beginning, but then they'd be like, "Damn, you need to shut up."
Dude,
You know what I'm
never
saying?
stop.
Like
Never stop.
I like to tell stories. You know, I got like some interesting life events.
Yeah.
Or whatnot.
Yeah.
The,
What's
and
your
then-
sign?
I'm a Taurus.
Are you? When's your birthday?
May 20th.
Okay, you and the hubby.
Oh.
He is April
The Bulls.
27th. Yes,
The
yes.
Bulls are back.
Yes.
Yeah, most people really trip out when I say I'm an Aries and I've been married to a Taurus for, oh God, some years. What is this, 20, 15 years? We'll be married in September, 19 years together in June. Yeah,
Wow.
I know, right? How is that possible when I'm only 25? I don't know.
Ah.
But, so that definitely like to talk. Do you consider yourself to be, and this kind of rolls, and I'm actually glad you said that, kind of rolls into my question I want to pose here, but
Go ahead.
do you, hey, there's my cousin. Hey, bam. So we'll be talking with Kiki here in a minute, but do you feel that, you are kind of destined to have a platform to be able to get your message out there? Like, do you feel like it's something that is purposeful within your life?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Most definitely. You know, the but I'm trying to figure out like what direction I want to go.
Okay.
You know, I mean, sometimes we have some serious topics. Sometimes we have comedy is always good.
It is.
You know.
It is. And we definitely need that in the world today.
Most definitely.
And that'll kind of lead into another topic I want to talk about. I do want to talk about the election, from yesterday and kind of how you guys are all feeling, but we'll talk about that. But comedy is good. And from what I remember, I still really see you like it's 94, 90, because you graduated 94, 93.
93.
Damn, you're 3 years older than me?
Yeah.
Oof, I had no business hanging out and trying to kick it with y'all. Y'all was 3 years older than me. So 93. Okay, so I was only a sophomore. No, I was a freshman.
I think what it is, when you don't have that many people to identify with at school, it doesn't matter about age anymore.
Yeah.
You
No,
know?
completely. I mean, because you guys, I joke when I say 17. It was more like 45, maybe 100 on a good day. And I don't regret how we grew up at all, though.
Right.
We dealt with a lot of adversity.
Yes.
Racial, just dead in your face. And that, I think that has prepared us to live in today's world. Any of us that, Thundering Herd alum, that was part of that BSU that I started.
BSU.
We
Man.
didn't have like a lot of racism. We had like violence. We had just too much violence.
Well, every
in my
year,
school.
I don't know before I came, but every year after Christmas, somebody would lose their damn mind and say something to one of the Mexican students or the black students. And the blacks and the Mexican students, our areas were very close in the quad. It was like the Mexicans at the tree and the black people kind of over here, and they teamed up together. And it was always somebody who was supposed to be a leader at the school, a football player, somebody that was in presidency or ASB or something that said something crazy and then had to get their ass stumped, And it was without a doubt every year after Christmas break. I don't know why.
Well, this is what I noticed. Like, I moved from Oakland. I went from Oakland High to Elk Grove High. Immediately, the quad looked like a prison yard.
Yeah,
You have the whites,
exactly.
the blacks.
Yep.
In Oakland,
Yep.
it's a lot more diverse. Like, we hung out like our clubs. I hung out with a lot of some of the Mexicans. But when it was club time, they had their Mayan club.
We didn't have,
BSU.
Yeah.
And it was just like, okay, we're clicking these students together because of their race and not because of their common interests.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
In
yeah.
Oakland, I was part of the hip hop club.
Okay.
That had Filipino, white.
Right.
Yes, the whole thing.
Whatever.
The hubby says all the time that the Bay is way more diverse, and I would always argue with them because they say Sacramento's truly diverse, and it is as far as the different ethnicities that are surrounding, but not as diverse as the Bay Area where everybody meshes. My husband says all the time, I didn't know what a Hmong was. Right. I didn't know that, that there was another form of being Latino because everybody was just Mexican or everybody, if you even categorize them at that. So I think he's calling to be let in, actually. He's calling me from downstairs. Thank you, Steph.
All the Spanish people or Hispanic people I knew in the Bay Area when I was a kid, they were Puerto Rican.
Really?
Yeah, they weren't even Mexican.
Well, I remember thinking that you probably don't remember. He was in my grade, but a gentleman that we called Hair Boy. And cousin, I'm coming for you. I know you probably like, did I come in just to hear this conversation? But he was the guy. I remember his name, John, and F was his last name. I don't want to put his surname out there, but I remember thinking that he was, and just lumping him in and thinking that he was Mexican. Well, once I went to Davis and met my husband and started meeting some of his frat brothers and learned what Armenians and Iranians and whatnot, I was like, oh, he's totally Armenian. Like, I think back and I go, oh God, that one, somebody else named Guy, I know his last name. I know because of his last name, he was Armenian.
Yeah.
But growing up with him from 5th grade on, I would have just said the guy was a white guy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah,
but
I got more cultural education when I lived in the Bay Area, for sure. Like when I came out here, people would say stuff like, "Oh, that Hindu dude," and they meant like Middle Eastern,
Yeah.
or like
Right.
Indian, you know, like. And you're like, "Is he really Hindu?" And it's like, no, that's not his ethnicity. That's a religion, you know.
Yeah,
so people
yeah.
just
And you don't
just
think
little,
about
little ignorant things like
That's
that. It's
why
not their own fault.
When
though.
you go to the Bay, you'll see people of that are biracial. That'll be something that's like, you'd be like, he's Mexican and Hindu. In Sacramento, you're like, what? Because like, well, not Hindu, Middle
Indian,
Eastern, but they have their communities out here.
Yeah,
And
yes,
it's like
yeah.
they don't really intermesh like that.
yeah.
But in the Bay Area,
Yeah.
I mean, shoot, you go out there, you hear Asians, you hear
Jamaican and
Mexicans,
Chinese.
gold
That's what he
teeth,
was saying,
throwing
yeah.
the N-word around.
Yeah,
You
and that's
like,
what he was
damn.
saying. That's what he was saying. You know, that's what the hubby was saying. It was just like, it was different. We never, well, what's the one group that you called like the Filipinos, babe? Like in high school? Remember you were talking about like you guys called them one specific, it wasn't a derogatory thing.
Okay.
But, no, it wasn't a derogatory thing.
Go.
No, it wasn't a derogatory thing. It was something that they kind of called themselves.
Oh, like
and so
a clique.
everybody called
They
them
had
that.
a
Yeah.
clique name.
Yeah.
Oh.
But everybody kind of kicked it together. I remember now.
Team 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fresh off the boat.
Fresh off the boat.
That's what they call
They call
themselves.
themselves that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it was all Filipinos and one black dude, so they called themselves Team 5.
And but see, that was something that was just like, we couldn't have done that at Oak Grove. Like, you couldn't have done that. You know, would have started somebody, because we had some people that were real woke, you know, for the time in the early 90s. And then you had other people that were just trying to survive goddamn high school. Like, we were just trying to survive and be cool with who we could be cool with.
You know what? We had that. It was like I guess they called it a race riot.
Oh.
I was on campus suspension, and I had a pass to go to the bathroom, and it was Jason Hooks.
Yep,
So he got
yep.
into it.
Rest in peace.
And yeah, rest in peace. We ended up getting into the fight and everything, and then when the sheriff came, that one dude with the bum leg.
Yes. Oh, God.
I ended up grabbing my partner because
Yep.
he didn't see the police coming. So I grabbed him, but the sheriff looked at me and was like, "Yeah, good job. Come on, help." So I was like, okay. So during the whole thing, they made me one of like the people.
You kind of became like the mediator.
Right,
and that's right. I
Hey,
remember
and
that.
I was the main one with Jason Hooks in the
It's
beginning.
Just-
Like
yes.
where he at?
Yeah.
Where he at?
Because wasn't it the dude? Didn't they say something to
Oh my
Alicia?
God.
Alicia. I remember Alicia.
Well, short,
I know
cute
who she
Alicia.
is.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Yes, it's very funny because I tell my husband all the time. You know, he teaches at Sac High. Hey, cousin,
Hey.
we ready for you? I'm liking your house. I'm seeing, you know, what you got going on there.
Showed it off.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
Well, before we keep on going, let me go ahead and invite our other guest in here.
Yes, yes.
This is this beautiful lady. I mean, I don't know why we look somewhat alike. I don't know. No, but everybody, like I said, this is my fam. This is Kiki. I'm gonna go ahead and call you, and she's gonna be joining us because she is also a connoisseur, but she is way healthier than I am. This girl has, and I will say it's because my cousin, I don't feel bad about it. This girl has like an ass that does not quit. Her abs are crazy. Her guns are crazy. Her ass.
Thank you.
Is
Yes.
she gonna show us?
I mean,
No.
she has a great workout. She has a great workout. Now, if you want to join her workout, then, you know, you can see and maybe get there. You know, she has her challenges, but she's also somebody that has early on tapped into the use of cannabis with, you know, physical activity, exercise use, and also utilizing it to help with any kind of mental illness or depression or anything like that. I hope you don't mind me
Yep.
kind of mentioning that because I know
Yep.
you've been very open about
Yeah.
it. So
Where are you from?
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
open. Great.
yes. So we're just talking about the Bay. She can relate. She's not there now, but she was born and raised in the Berg, in the good PITT.
It's
Yes,
good.
yeah. Where my family's
Okay.
from.
Oh, my
yes.
goodness.
Yes.
They had a sign too. Where are you at now?
I'm in Phoenix, AZ.
Oh,
okay.
by the time I get to Arizona.
Yes, that's what I was saying. A couple states
That's hot
over.
as hell.
So
know,
yeah,
in
she
many
is
ways.
a Arizonite. Is that what you guys call yourselves, or Arizonite?
I don't know. These people's crazy.
Are they?
So
That's what I
I'm
said.
really trying to.
Well,
I be trying to dissociate myself.
I
would
bet.
too.
But she is there because her husband is he still in the service, or he's just working now?
Now he's out.
Okay. And I always have to say thank you so much to our service members and all that they put in, and the families, because I've seen her from a young
It
age.
is truly a sacrifice on everybody's back.
I've seen her from a young
everybody's
age
part for the service member for sure.
Yeah. I mean, you having a baby, you being in another country, having
Yeah.
to adjust, being not
I'm
looking
also
like everybody
a
else.
a birth doula.
Yes.
So I've been a part of
Oh, she's
a
a
lot
doula?
of
She's a doula?
women's births
Badass.
whose husbands were deployed and weren't able to be there, and so it really is a village.
Oh wow,
It's a village mentality over there
It's a
when
blessing.
the people are deployed and you're overseas. So for sure.
So I will say this, that her mother was somebody that I looked up to so much growing up. I wanted to be like my big cousin Marquita so bad. And we recently saw each other. Unfortunately, my uncle passed away. And we saw each other, and she came up to me and my mom, and she said, "Do you know that my daughter could be her daughter? They are so much alike." And she has told me that so often, that I remember when she was in high school and we used to talk through Facebook and stuff, and she would ask me, "How did you deal with being different?" Because she liked the same music that I did. She liked, rock music.
That's
She
very
liked,
different. Yeah, you can see the piercing.
In sync and all that good stuff. She was in drama, like I was in drama. And that's different for Pittsburgh.
Look, come on.
That's different for Pittsburgh. So I know you had to adjust.
do what you like, right?
But I love that she's turned into who she's truly meant to be. And I have to say, I admired her. And I remember talking to you when I think you were 16 or 17. And I said, I admired that you are very resolute in who you are, especially in a environment like Pittsburgh. No shame, Pittsburgh, but we know how it is. Everybody's pretty much the same. You gotta like, you gotta like hip hop. You gotta like, what I'm saying? Somebody that likes Nine Inch Nails
I've
or somebody
definitely
is
been
different.
someone that's always saw, another drum beat and just marched to that.
Yeah.
Everybody's been straight lined, and there I am off in the field looking at the flowers and dancing off. And that's just always, if there was something else, then I was always attracted what that else was.
Yeah.
And so I was in theater, and my mom never really, she was, typically Black moms get stereotyped as really tamping out that type of, otherness. And my mom never did. I listened to My Chemical Romance and The Killers, and
she would be all
weird
like,
stuff.
"You guys
and
can't listen
my
to that
mom would
devil
just be
music."
like looking at me, and she'd just be like, "I don't know where you came from, but
I
girl, go
love
off."
I remember we bonded over Evanescence. I posted
I love
Evanescence. Evanescence was so
But
good.
see, I go back
And
to like
so-
Metallica days, and
Well,
so
yeah.
that stuff used to really, that Ozzy and stuff would really anger my Black mother.
And so, I listened to everything. I did everything. I was always, into some other stuff. And my mom would be like, "All right, sis, do you, girl."
There was nothing like as a
And I'd
mother,
be like-
and you can understand now. Wouldn't you want your child to be living their best and to be
Right,
and
what
not to
makes
follow
them
the crowd?
happy.
Because how many other of your classmates were doing something they had no business doing?
No.
How many of them now have lots of children?
I was just really interested in a lot of things, and I wasn't really that teen to really, press my mom's buttons and wild out and get out of line and stuff in that way. And
Ooh,
so
cousin,
I really think
you were blessed,
she really,
cousin,
I think she just really,
a
she was
teenager.
just like, for the most part, like, well, you're not doing nothing that's crazy, so
Yes.
whatever, girl.
Well, I would love it if she was watching, but if
find
not, I will
yourself.
send her the link because me growing up, I remember she was in trouble a lot, so she lucked out with you.
Right, well, listen.
And your brother, though,
My mom-
and your brother, too,
My mom
right?
kind of learned her lesson because, she's like pressing us about wanting to listen to rock and all that drama. So then what happens when you go, okay, I switch it up. I've been listening to Luke.
Shoot.
And then the Two Live
Don't
Crew.
stop. Get it. Hey, Luke was good. Can't be
Here you
coming.
go,
Can't
Mom.
be coming.
It's
Can't
better,
be
isn't
coming.
it?
Well, yeah, so we have both of you on today. So Kiki, I don't know if you were listening, but we have KelTheSquare here. He's actually somebody that I've known since high school, and he's a content creator. It's really awesome because he's an entrepreneur as well, but he's really trying to find his niche and what exactly, because he has the interest, he has the talent, he just needs to find his niche and what realm or what avenue he's going to fit in this just burgeoning world of content creators. You as well, although yours is your business, but you have to create a lot of content and consistently, especially when you have clients that are looking for you, looking to train or looking to you for advice on how to medicate, with cannabis and how to best recover. I know it's been a minute. Look, it was like, yay, it's been a minute. That's some pungent. But yeah, so right now we're doing our spark and salutation. So I know you said you were medicating a minute ago, but if you want to, definitely go ahead and join us and light on up here. So what we're going to be doing today is talking about a little bit. You passing that or? Okay. I didn't know if you were microphone.
He wants to see the packet for what you rolled it in.
The King Palms, those are fire.
That I want to see that.
This?
Yes.
The medicine. So
is that what it is? The medicine.
I'm sorry, then. Push it in. This one. Oh, okay. Hold on 1 second. This is live, guys. This is live. We're just switching some stuff here because the hubby's gonna be on the mic. Oh, hold on.
Damn, no more sound effects.
Okay.
No,
We good. Can you hear yourself? Can you hear me, Steph?
I can.
Okay, because I can't hear myself that well anymore. And I like to hear myself. Oh, before I forget, because I definitely said it. Do you guys know what today's date is?
Your birthday?
No, but you're close. It is my birthday month.
Yes. Happy birthday.
My birthday month. Aries season all day. Like what? Yes. So if you guys will know anything about me, I act like I'm the only person on the planet to have a birthday. Oops, let me turn my mic around. So yes, so we will be talking about my birthday lots this month. Lots, yes. So what I wanted to do is first I want to start off a little bit here with a segment that we haven't done in a minute. MariJayne keeps me sane.
Okay.
And the only reason why is because I've had some moments in the past week where folks are just testing me.
Oh.
And if it was not for this beautiful plant, I don't know, I wouldn't be here. I might have been on that new season of Netflix for the Sacramento jail. Remember that show that they had?
That show. We met on the boat.
Did you see that? Right. You see that, cousin?
No.
Oh my gosh, if you don't get on Netflix.
Wait, I can't see you guys.
Oh, what happened?
Hold on 1 second. Our engineer will get us right
you.
there. She get us right.
Yeah, that was.
She will get us right. But yeah, so you definitely have to.
Okay, I'm going to set my phone down.
Okay. You definitely have to check that out.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes, the whole bowl. We met on the bowl.
We met on the boat.
You have 45 years. I have
That's when you know
66,
it's
but we
love,
about to
when
stay
you
together.
Talk through a toilet.
Man.
I mean, fishing notes and stuff that's
Touching it.
disgusting.
I just don't understand. There's a convict code. Don't talk to the police. So if you over there talking to these journalists,
Showing them.
and what else could you be discussing but politics?
Yeah.
I don't think anybody in there really considers themselves a convict. I noticed there was a lack of accountability in a lot of ways. No one really thought of themselves as having done anything wrong.
There's still rules and regulations.
What you're doing is against the law. Talking on the bowl is not permitted.
Hey.
But
Fishing
would
is
you?
not permitted.
That's kind of like the lesser of two evils. There, it's like let them go ahead and have that social.
I
action.
heard about that. They was telling me, hey Kelvin, bail out. And I'm like, bail out. And they're like, you can talk to the girls on this floor. And I went and looked at my toilet. I ain't fucking with
Right.
that.
Yeah.
I'm doing my time.
Because it's not just your shit or your feces.
Right.
You're going through floors and floors of people and their shit. It's not that serious. We will meet on the outside if we're meant to
I'm
meet.
already in a bad situation.
Right.
I'm not
Right.
trying to meet a woman
in a bad situation. Right.
See, the problem is your mouth probably got you there in the first place.
We
Can you see
can't
us, cousin?
do nothing for each other.
I cannot see you
Still
guys.
can't see us? Okay. We'll get it all worked out in a second here. Just
Well, you can't.
okay. We're gonna recall you, cousin.
You can't.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I don't see how it could make your situation
No,
any better.
not
That's
at
why
all.
I advise against this.
I mean, and look, everybody. This is something that I do say about the correctional system. Yeah. something that I will say is that they should be able to have some type of interaction. They should be still nurturing the human side of people, you know, and just that all the things that are innately that we need, we should be. All right, good.
Where are we at right now in this conversation?
We're all just kind of all over the place. This is how it goes. But
we're
what I'm saying
we're not
is,
in jail right now.
No, we are. So those people that are,
so
you know, in the county, you know, situation.
She's saying treat people better when you lock them up.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Well, you know what?
Identified that they do need human interaction. They do need to feel love. They you know, despite them having drug problems, because nine
there's still
nine out of those 10 people, it seemed like it was substance abuse that led them to where they were or something like that.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
You know,
if you took away all the drug convictions like that jail would be virtually
empty, right?
You know,
like,
did
seriously.
you see the one girl mixing all the meds, and then that was the one that just really, as a nurse, that took me to a whole nother place. Like, wow, you must be wackadoo right now.
But then also that speaks to give them something to do, so that they are people aren't keistering all this stuff. Look, have you once again? I watch Vice. I watch Vice News like crazy. So Vice News did a story about a year ago on how they would give prisoners vape pens.
Oh shit!
And so So this is the plus, because we know that prisons are money makers.
Right.
So instead of them making the money off the prisoners, what they would do is they would make the money off these vape pens.
And the family members would buy them.
Yes, and the family members, and then not only do you have the vape pens, but then you have the juice that you constantly got to have.
Right.
So they noticed that the aggression went down so much. Like, dudes was out in the parking lot. I mean, in the yard, a skinhead and like a blackety black dude. Like it, like it looked like the like Oz in there or something. And but they sitting here and they vaping together. They passing juice and stuff. And they were saying how different it was just by allowing them to have vape pens.
Wow.
And I think that if you could have them grow hemp, utilize CBD in those vape pens, so that at least they're getting some wellness benefits out of it, and not just the tobacco side. Yes, not just the nicotine side. I mean,
no. You're right.
Like, nominate me now.
A lot of times, like, if they don't have certain things, you know, because I remember they were smoking Morning Glory.
Oh, jeez, really?
The white boys was huffing gasoline.
Anything they could get.
Gold paint.
But the cigarettes, I remember there was I was taking a ride from the branch to the county. You know, they had us all linked together. And this one dude had a cigarette on the bus. And I was thinking, where the fuck you get a cigarette at, right? And so he was lighting it with the matches, and he took some hits off of it. Then there was a bigger dude, like about 4 rows behind me. So the dude was passing it to the bigger dude. Like, so we were passing the cigarette, right? So when it came to my dude who was sitting next to me, he takes a cigarette. It was like this methed out white dude, and he's like, and I'm looking at him, like, what the fuck he doing? Like, dude is hella
hard.
He hella big back there. So then he's like, he smoked it. Then he was like, like that. I looked at him like, oh fuck, because I stood up. Like, I didn't stand up, but I stood up straight. Like, I'm not fucking with it. Looking at him, and he like yanked his arm, and it made us all yank our arms.
Damn.
And then he was just like, dude did it. And anyways, they whooped his ass later. But I was like, damn, nicotine's a motherfucker.
Seriously.
I gave that shit up.
Seriously, like that. Yeah. See, I will say, you know, I will say I've been in the drunk tank, and it was the worst. The absolute worst 6 to 8 hours of my entire life. I was in there and I didn't pee. I just was, they kept trying to give me a sandwich. I was like, nobody want that damn sandwich. I want to go home. Like, all I did was not have what they said was good registration on my car, but I had the little red sticker. Remember, you used to be able to get the little red sticker?
Yes.
In the window? Yeah. We were coming back from Cache Creek, and what it was is that they couldn't find the tree that we had. My dumb self told, we picked up, and the hubby was like, let's go back by the house and let's drop it off. I was like, no, we good. I had a Cougar, 88 Cougar. I was like, you could pull down the inside from the seat, the back seat, and put stuff in the trunk. I was like, we'll be good. We had just smoked. I had lost hella bad, so I was like hot, And we're driving back, and I could see this car kind of darting in between cars, in and out behind us. And I'm like, shit, I think a cop is trying to catch up with us. How he knew it was a car full of black? It was me and the hubby. One of my friends, Sarah, who was the roughest out of everybody there, who probably had the most crimes and stuff. And then our roommate at that time was Mexican dude. So we get pulled over, and all of a sudden the Mexican dude goes, I'm getting arrested, guys. And we were like, what are you talking about? He's like, I have a felony warrant. We were like, what?
Ouch.
So as soon as he said that, the lights come on, and he starts calling us.
Before you get in my vehicle.
No, bless you. So we had smoked probably like 30 minutes before, like right when we left Cache Creek. So he said that he could smell it still, which probably he could, because back then we used to hotbox like it was our business. Like we were supposed to get upset if somebody had the nerve to roll down the window.
Right.
I've pulled over and been like, do you want to walk? You are letting out, but like bad. Wow. We also used to ride around with our tray in the back window. Right around tray? Davis, what we would roll on.
Oh, okay.
So we'd have
You want some extra
and our back window, and I'd be like, it's my car. I don't know, what was I thinking? So long story short, he couldn't find the weed. And so he wanted to take somebody, so he took me, the driver and the owner of the car, and then of course took the dude that had the felony.
He wasn't satisfied with the felony warrant.
Yeah.
Like, I got a good one tonight.
So
he was like, no, I need someone.
And had the nerve to say, it's a week after 9/11. We have to be cautious. I was like, what?
Yeah,
yes, that's what he said. So that's why.
Like jihadi.
Well, yes, he wanted the hubby, but he couldn't find. He was telling the white girl, just tell me. The white girl was like, I don't know what the hell you talking about. The white girl dropped it. She said nigga like it was, a comma. She was the hardest one. She was one that was in rehab. She was the one that, was like, fuck life, fuck the world. And he was trying to get her like, come on, tell me, little white girl, tell me. And she's like, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. So he let her and the hubby go because he couldn't find the bag. But yeah, so it was the worst 6 to 8 hours of my entire life, especially when they assumed that I was in there for drugs. So when I went in there, they made me take my tongue piercing out. I was so mad. I had a little cute ponytail I just got done. Man, when you did the ponytail, and dug all in it and had my hair standing up on the side of my head. I was like, y'all do that on purpose.
Oh yeah.
Why y'all gonna take a
So you might have something in there.
When I get extra famous, I'm gonna have to go to Yolo County and be like, let's go ahead at that mugshot, please. But it was not cute. But I was crying, and the chick was like, what is she here for? Gotta be drugs. And I was like, no, bitch. All of a sudden, I got real Queen Latifah and fuck that. I don't know what you talking about. I'm in here because your partner wanted to make a quota, and then they were like, well, let's quota your ass into this cell. And then I was crying again.
That
was not fun. That was not fun. Yeah. And that was 8 hours.
Hey, when I was there, I remember reading the paper, and you had won the beauty pageant or something like that.
I did.
I opened it up, and I was just like,
well, wait, she talks about that a lot. So
does she?
Yeah, she does. So while
was that like 94, 95 or something like that?
95. Yeah, it was my senior.
The summer. It was the summer.
So you were in there, and then you saw your friend.
That's crazy. I never knew.
While you were in jail.
I flipped it open, and I was looking. I was like, oh shit.
And then here you are.
Right.
All this time later, talking about it.
I talk about it. Y'all think I be bullshitting. Miss Elgrove. I did the whole cry. I was upset because they snapped it, and that was on the front of the
you had to
paper.
Be processed ever? I never have. Thank God.
I never wanted to.
Yeah.
No, cousin. No for you. She's like, oh hell no. I can't relate to that. I can't do that.
I'm so peaceful.
She does other hardcore things like travels to like, where'd you go by yourself? Fiji. Where was it?
No, I went to Indonesia. I've been to South Korea, and
by herself.
Went to Okinawa by myself.
By her lonesome.
Wow.
And didn't you do that badass tattoo that Angelina Jolie did?
Oh, the tattoo.
Then you get the tattoo with like the needle and the hammer.
No,
or some
I
shit?
didn't. But I just got a cute little.
I thought she did.
A little lotus flower.
I think I dreamt that because I could have sworn you did. You got it on your back, but that's some shit she would do. Like I don't want to travel for San Francisco by myself, and she went just into other parts of the world, not just the country, the world. Craig,
did that have anything to do with your doula pursuits? Did that have anything?
No, that's all just me wanting to go and do stuff,
and have obviously a very amazing and supporting husband. During that time.
Yeah, I have the best. He's the best.
How long have you guys been married?
8 years.
Oh my gosh, already? Yeah. Oh, and she's a baby. She has a baby. And how old is your little man? He's 5, 6 now?
He's 5. He's going to be 6 next month.
Ooh, fun for you. That age. It's fun.
No, he's fun.
Just one?
He's fun
or
for sure.
More on the way or just one? Or
I don't know. Yeah. Right now, we're like really trying to build. Since we're back here, this is our second year back in the States.
Okay.
and we're just in build mode right now, and so I'm not complete. The door isn't completely closed on it, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I want to do.
I could see, I'm kind of psychic. I could see you really just being, having one
Well,
kid.
I'm super hippie. If you guys can't already just get to
iPhone.
And so I'm like, oh, I want to have a home birth, and
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
I don't know,
yeah.
and I'm like, well,
I could see you doing that though. I could see you literally being like putting up your own
But I'm
pool,
not sure what I
like being
wanna
in
do
full
yet, so I'm
crazy
like, I don't
labor
know.
and just putting up your own pool and just doing your own thing and telling people where to go and how to do it. That's badass. If I ever wanted to, if I was crazy enough, to go in and have the doctor reverse anything, I would have you be my doula. I would do that. No, it's not happening. It's not happening at all. But let's just say that I was responsible to repopulate the world, and I had to, and that would be the only way. Then, I would definitely do that route.
We have 2 boys, so
I do 3.
you will go on
3.
3 boys.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
How old is your
22.
oldest? How old is he now? 20?
22. 22. He'll be 23 this year.
22.
Yep, he just turned
Wait,
22.
wait.
Yeah, my oldest.
He's 20 what?
22.
22.
My baby.
My oldest is 15.
And it's a girl, yes?
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. And she's on, that's right, because she's on the video.
Right.
Yes. So I'll show you his picture. But before we do that, and I want to talk to you a little bit about, what it is that you do, Kiki, and how you got started and how you maintain it with Arizona, because is Arizona a legal state? Does it have medicinal? Is it one of the ones that's lagging?
Medicinal.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
medicinal.
So we'll talk a little bit about
and
that. And kind of leading into that, being that it is medicinal, and being that Month Leaf, our great sponsor here, is going to be expanding into having CBD and hemp products. So then they will be able to ship, from state to state. You may want to check out Month Leaf. It's a great subscription box service. I'm getting good at that. I like how I wrote that in. I like that. It's a great subscription box service where you are able to try out different brands, different products.
Wow.
So a vape pen, maybe some flour, maybe edible, may have something cute in it, for like the holidays. A little something in there, maybe a dope pre-roll that's made specifically to connect you and, and your significant other. And they are at $170 worth of product for $100. So it's a great deal. You can't beat that with a stick. So you can visit at Monthleaf Club on Instagram or monthleafclub.com. You can go ahead and say MJ Maven sent you. Actually, if you use that code, you will receive 10% off. And we're going to start our Patreon. Is going to be up and running with some content soon. So when you subscribe to our Patreon, you will be able to get a discount for a larger amount to Monthleaf, as well as some other products and brands. So yes, so because
good stuff coming too.
Yes, some good stuff, as well as the MariJayne Maven may be having some products, within the year.
Wonderful drinks
as
that just
well.
get you feeling so
Yes.
Ow.
good
So,
inside.
I'm sorry to hubby. Oh, what's up, fam? How you doing? We miss you on here. We're gonna have to bring you back, JP.
Yes, what's up?
The homie. So yes,
Came
I'm
through
looking
with
up.
the snack.
So what I want to ask really quickly before we get into what you do, Kiki, and does anybody know who the food god is?
The who?
Food god.
Is it like a food truck?
Like Bam
Okay,
Bam
so
Baklava?
he is. Does anybody know who Jonathan Cheban is? That's what his name was. So he is known for hanging out with the Kardashians. He's
Okay, I was going to say,
yes.
Jonathan. Kardashian
Yes.
hanger on.
So yes, he's just legally changed his name to Food God.
Oh, that's right. He did.
yes.
I remember that. I remember
Yes.
you talking about that on the
Too
show.
much.
Yes, he
Yes.
did. But look, it's his brand. I'm not mad at him because he's made himself separate from Kim by being the food god, by being somebody that knows all about food and talks about the most decadent food. Well, the reason why I say that is because he was on Wendy Williams, and I have to say that is one of my guilty pleasures. She gets on my nerves, and I yell at the TV most of the time. But I do have to. So he was on there, and he was. They were trying out new foods, and so they were trying out. KFC is bringing out their donut
Chicken and donuts.
and chicken again.
I came up with chicken and donuts hella forever ago.
I mean, I think
Really?
Yes. I wanted chicken and waffles, we got donuts in town, and then I went to Chick-fil-A in the morning, and boom, my friend in LA was laughing at me. They said, "Damn, that's some ghetto ass shit."
Well, aren't you mad?
I put a
You
hot
see
link in a maple bar once.
that now? I've had there is a donut spot here on Florin. I think it's called Baker's Donuts.
Baker's
and
Dozen?
they have
Baker's
have a bacon and maple donut.
Yeah, I've had that
with actual fried. And see, too bad I don't eat. Like if they did a veggie or like a turkey bacon, I would be all over.
This was back
it,
when I
but
actually fucked with Chick-fil-A. I do
this
not
one.
anymore,
So I had to explain to my son the other day why Chick-fil-A is not open on Sundays. And then he says, well, and this is my 8-year-old, didn't I hear something about them being kind of mean to certain people? So you have to be so much more honest than what like our parents would have, done. So I had to choose a very 8-year-old way that was appropriate to explain to him. I just told him, I said, because they believe, because of their religion. Right. And, I said the owner was just very adamant and came out and said, hey, we aren't supporting, these people and LGBTQ in the community. And he was like, And it's just so funny that he really looked like he got it. And he was
I'm
a
going
little
to step out
disgusted.
and fix my contact.
Yes, no problem, honey.
Alrighty.
Yeah, we want you to be able to see. So it was just funny to have that conversation with an 8-year-old. But so there was that, and then I want to talk about we'll be talking about that as well.
So talking about what?
My son is a little entrepreneur. He's going to be a vendor at his first art show. It's an art gallery, Tailored Mind Studios. Definitely, you guys go on her Instagram and cop your ticket. It's going to be a really good event. Yeah. Tons of vendors, tons of performers. Go check that out. And then come see my baby, who has come up with his own brand. And so he created a new word. He's so very proud of it. But he calls himself Jax Ave, the creativepreneur, because he doesn't just do one thing. He has a T-shirt line that's for the future kings and queens of his community. And so it's shirts that say, I'm a future engineer, or I am young, black, and awesome, or whatever his little 8-year-old mind comes up with, and he puts on his Canva app that he downloaded by himself and learned how to use by himself. So he also has an awesome sauce, and that's what he's going to have live at the event. He's going to have it's a dipping sauce. Mm-hmm. It can be used on anything. He has
makes it awesome, right?
Yes, and so he named it. He came up with a brand. A label and a logo, and he keeps a picture of it above his wall because he says, like Drake said, you put it on your wall, you see it all the time, it'll come true. And so he has it. So he's bringing it to fruition. He is so super excited. He's finally getting one tooth right here. So he's going to have like half a tooth.
KFC one day.
It could be, Yeah. We'll probably have to change it a little bit because, I love them, but it's a little bit like Big Mac sauce. A little spicier. We're going to switch it up. We're going to change it up.
Yeah, I like Big Mac sauce.
Yeah, so he's super excited. So we're going to be doing lots of bottling next week for his first event, and that's Friday.
Okay.
Spicy.
So very proud of him. He tells me that we are good examples because he hears us say all the time, we don't ever want them to have a boss. This is, what I tell them. So, but yeah. So back to the food guide. He had a cake made that was $4,000. Kim, being his best friend, heard about it, called the bakery and had it changed where it ended up being a $10,000 cake. Well, he had the cake and it was in 3 parts being brought out to his car, and the guys dropped the cake. So please, if you guys haven't seen it, go to his Instagram, and he handles it so well, but this dude has so much money.
Insured. I mean,
and I don't think it was. He said so. The next day, he just went to some party in Miami, had a bunch of celebrities there, and the restaurant made him like this fantastic ice cream sundae or whatever. So that must feel so good to not be bothered by $10,000 cake being dropped in the parking lot.
Wait. The cake. What is his name? Cake what?
His name's Food God.
Food God.
Yeah.
So he didn't make that cake.
No, he was buying it from a bakery.
Bought it, but that's kind of
and he was having it brought out to his car.
Antoinette,
so
it looked like a Marie Antoinette type cake.
Yeah. Just drop a $10,000 cake like it's nothing.
You're so upset.
Well, hold on.
So upset.
The people who made the cake, they dropped the cake.
It was people that worked there, and they were bringing it out.
They're good. It's good.
It smells
fishy.
They're good.
Oh, good Lord. Everything. It's just such a skeptic.
Why do you have to do all that?
Hello, everybody. Thank you for
Yeah,
supporting as always,
Right.
Queen. Thank you so much. So,
Yeah,
Tawny said eat the chip. Who? My best friend?
Tawny. Hey, hold on, Tawny.
My best friend's on. Well,
You know what? She's
you're
been
not
hiding
studying?
from me.
She's
been
studying.
hiding.
You know what? My best friend, she's going to be my excellence for the week. She is in her last semester of nursing school. And I cannot wait till she's done so that I can have my friend on the back that I talk to and we be on the phone for 4 hours and we haven't talked about shit. We do that as well. But, you know, that's 30
Tawny
years.
told me
30 years.
that her husband and her daughter was going to also eat the chip together.
Oh, well,
I
what's
ain't
up,
heard
best
from
friend?
her.
You telling me to do something? What's up?
I
What's
have
up?
not
So we're gonna do that
heard
chip. We're gonna we're
Where's
gonna do that
Where's
chip.
that?
So,
Where's that?
but before we get into that, I want you to talk about the environment as far as the cannabis scene, how you came to having Get Fit with Kiki, and how cannabis kind of fits into your life and how it fits into your brand.
Ooh, okay. So, Get Fit with Kiki is my online virtual personal training service. Basically, I'm an online trainer, and so you can work with me from anywhere in the world. And right now, I'm in Phoenix, AZ, but it really started when I was back in Japan. And I was doing CrossFit back then, and I got my CrossFit Level 1 training certification. And I
Which is dope,
started
because that's not easy at all.
Right.
Kudos.
So yeah, but you know, I was really at that time I was diagnosed with postpartum anxiety, and fitness really had helped me cope and deal with it. And it was just a lot of stuff going on. You know, when people talk about PPD, postpartum depression, but I had postpartum anxiety, and you know, with everyone having anxiety and just being overwhelmed and stuff like that, panic attacks and the whole situation. And it was just really, working out was really just a way for me to cope in a healthy way. And that's what I did. And then cannabis, really, when I came back, I was already like, okay, I'm ready to jump back into the scene in Phoenix. I was really kind of like, okay, wasn't really sure. With California, I had my card, and it was no issue. But in Phoenix, I was kind of weary, but it was pretty easy.
Wasn't it just first in Arizona? Wasn't it certain areas that became medicinal first, like the larger cities, or was it all together?
Yeah,
okay,
so
certain municipals kind of had the medical.
I believe that certain municipals got legality or medicinal use first.
Okay.
But now the whole state is medicinal use.
That's good.
So,
and what's the talk about recreational? You know, are they talking about it or?
Yeah, that's of course.
They still don't celebrate
Martin
Luther King Jr.'s birthday, so you know, we don't know when they'll get to that either. But
you know, I would love to get into the scene here and a little bit more, and really when my brand gets established and really kind of find kind of where I kind of fit in with this AZ scene. I don't see a lot of women that look like me, and so that's just been kind of like, oh, okay. But
where are the people that look like you in Arizona? Is there an area, like, is there a city, or you're like, I don't know.
No, I heard there's Somalians out there.
Is it well, that's not. I mean, Somalians, you know. That's different. They sometimes don't like us, so that.
You're not my brother.
Well, and so right now, that's where you guys are going to be for the foreseeable future, or.
Yeah, for the foreseeable future.
Okay.
This is where we're going to be.
So it's very smart that you actually are able to do what you want to do and do it virtually, because it's hard for you to kind of build from the ground floor there. And I know there are women in Arizona, and I know they are women of color as well. So I will have to get that information to you, because when I first started and following women, there was a couple that were there.
People too, like, you know, more the Hispanic side.
There are a lot of black people in like Phoenix.
Yeah, for
Phoenix
sure.
Because of the cost of living.
Well, yeah, I know a lot of black people left and went to Texas. Like, black folks
but
flocking to Texas.
But AZ too.
Yeah, and they are doing great things. Our friends live there, and I'm like, y'all kick it on a Monday and y'all just little networking events look like that. And it's just beautiful. No beefing, no nothing going on. You know, they just they do the wobble about 8 times.
Really?
You know, they
Funding
eat.
sports for
You know,
kids.
yeah. It's very it's awesome to see. I myself, I'm a California girl.
Yeah,
I can't
that's
see
all
it.
it
I can't
is.
see it. I just can't. You know. Now, if somebody gave me a house, then hey, let's go. I'll vacation there. But
Right.
so
I want a house in California. Is just so
it
expensive.
is. It is.
It's just so expensive.
What I would love to do
And
is be able to
I'm
have
like,
land
this
and build a
apartment
few
living
houses on
is
it.
just so caca
Oh.
here. And I'm like, I'm over it.
But it's much cheaper, right? I'm sure what you guys get there is, in Sacramento, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Sacramento's getting to not as bad as the Bay, but
yeah.
we're getting there.
Right. Well, the Bay
So,
is here.
well,
No, it's
facts,
not as bad
facts, yeah,
as the Bay Area. No,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
no, no,
So, yeah.
no,
So,
not at all.
where do you see a good amount of like your clients? Where do you see them come from as far as in the country? Are they strictly California? Do you see them come from your area? All over.
So right now, I am in person,
Oh, cool.
and I'm doing in person training, and I'm in the process of building my online business. So be on the lookout for that.
Okay.
I'm not officially open full service, although I am taking clients. And I'm just this year, I've just really been more committed into investing into my business and really stepping out and starting to just do things that really invest in me. So right now, I'm just investing in my business and really getting some training and some real foundational business help. And so, yeah, I'm just in the beginnings of that. And so I'm just going to be taking the next few months to really just put my business together piece by piece. And so by the summer, I hope to officially be launched and talking and having more content and really a more voice.
Because I don't want to
I'm
give
building
the
a
ideas
voice.
away, but I'm already
So,
thinking like
but I
we have
am.
to speak because we definitely have to talk because you know how my brain is. Like whenever we talk, I have like 15 ideas for you. I already see what you could be doing and how you could be making residual income and continual income off of, what you do.
Yeah.
But you kind of tweak it a little bit where you narrow it down to have a specific niche, that you're able to provide. So we'll talk about that offline because I see some things, I'm following some people that are making $100,000 a month and it's based off of, master classes and, providing, their, for example, let's say you have your glute workout and you want to be able to start training other people to do that workout. Like that's something that you can get residual income and things off of. But that's all my ideas I'm gonna throw out there. I'm just saying I've seen, some things that your specialty and your brand, what that can do and what that can fit into. And, and then you'll be able to move on back to California and buy that big old house and not have to stay out there in crazy Arizona. No, so we'll get that moving. But we have people that are just really requesting for us to get to this chip challenge. So before we do that though, Steflo, do we have the video up of the hot sauce challenge that I did? Okay, so what we're gonna do now, guys, and cousin, I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's this ghost pepper challenge that people have been doing. And so the homie over here, look at me, I'm talking all crazy already. KelTheSquare, I'm like slipping into a accent like you. He's challenging me pretty much, and I'm like, let's do it because I have like a tongue of that's like made of just like leather. Like it's the hotter the better. So when we were in New Orleans before we went on our cruise, we walked past a hot sauce place, and after kind of smoothing and talking our way in, the lady was like, "All right, I got something for your ass." So we're actually going to show a little bit of that and the Scoville, level of how hot that hot sauce was, and then I'm going to go ahead and try this ghost pepper challenge here. So we're going to go ahead and show that. Steph has that up. Edited by the hubby. Oh, I don't know if I have the evident one then, but this is the one this is the full one. So yeah, you can play. Yeah, you can play. You can play it, and then I'll tell you like you can kind of move forward. Okay, so this is the store. It's all hot sauce.
Best name
Hot pussy juice. So that's not what I'm trying. Yeah, she's taking. Yeah, what she's giving me, she's taking from behind the counter. If y'all can see. She was like a little irritated, so she was like, "All right, you want to try something? I'm gonna let you try something." So, can probably move up a little bit.
Yeah, she knows exactly what it is. Yes.
I
love it. I like that one. All right.
I love like Thai hot. Okay. So it's called Death Nectar.
Death Nectar.
Death Nectar,
Is it black?
Yeah, why is it
Death
like-
Nectar.
kind of.
Baby, that's hot. Wait.
You didn't even dip it. You like slathered it on.
That's what everybody say. My niece was like, "What are you doing?" So
Jeez, look at the bottle it comes in. It's like a bottle of poison.
All right, we're not ready? Okay.
Grinders.
Death Nectar. Yeah. 380,000 on the Schofield one. Yeah. So you
She
hear,
says she don't care who he
yeah.
is.
And I was like, "Man, bitch, you keep challenging me here." Challenge, play.
It's hot.
It's hot. It's growing right here. Hey, baby, it's just getting started. Put the cat.
It's just
See, that was scaring me.
Come on, it's just getting started.
Do they have an antidote?
Turn around, Tia.
No,
You're good now.
See.
they didn't. She just kept talking shit. If that was the end of it, she just kept talking shit. So you can go forward a little more steps because it's like 4 minutes.
When did y'all go out there?
Yeah,
Okay,
this
'cause I'm
was
like, you got a sweater on right now?
this was the 28th, 29th of December when we flew in.
It's a hot
So like I
pussy
said, that what I'm drinking right there, that's Tito's. You see how full that is?
juice. Hold on,
And you
Tito.
can Steph, you can go for like another minute probably. 30, 40. And there we go. Now I feel that shit.
Told you. Wait a minute.
Now I feel that shit. But still, she acted like I was about to run out of there like a cartoon character with my head on fire or something. Just flames coming
Little
out.
sweat on the nose there. Little bit of
See?
little beads on the nose there.
Sweating,
Little
just
beads on
sweating.
the nose.
Let's see.
How long did it take to go away?
Yeah.
You're fine. Back to normal.
I mean, I was double fisting it with two, mixed drinks.
It's still going. It's still going.
Now look, this is how bad it is. I can't stand ice chewers, and I'm about to start murdering that ice. Like after I suck all that Tito's down,
Let's see that. Let's see that.
and it wasn't that bad the next
Red
day.
rectum.
She said it was gonna, come
Red
out
rectum.
worse than it was. So yes, so that's what I do. Okay, I survived. So now we're gonna do this ghost pepper
All right, let's see it.
Let's do it.
challenge here,
So-
and then once we do that, we're gonna go ahead and show your video and talk a little bit about what it is that you do and the content that you create and the challenge that you did. So while I'm over here, enjoying the spiciness of this chip,
So have you done
we'll be
this
talking
chip
about
at
that.
all
So
ever? You did? Is that what's going to be the video? Is you eating
eating
it?
the chip?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, so you're never going to do this?
No.
No, I'm on keto, so
Oh.
He's
it'll
on
bring
keto.
me out of
He's on
ketosis
keto.
if I eat
He's
this
on
chip.
keto.
Okay.
So yes. So I am. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna get ready to
Flame?
go
What do they call it?
live
Hot
here.
pussy juice?
Hot pussy juice.
And she
That's
ate
what it
the
was.
death nectar.
If it was flaming dick dribble, would you eat it?
I'd have been like, bring it on. What is the hotness?
I'm just saying. I mean, it's still appealing.
It wasn't even that. I really, whenever
Well, the
we've
other one was
gone
red
on
rectum,
vacation,
I mean.
I've gone and I bring back the hottest
Fragile.
hot sauce for Gile.
Really?
Yes,
Really?
we've gone to Puerto Vallarta. I brought back some hot ass shit. We went to Cancun, wherever we go, and this place was literally, it said hot sauce store or something. I was like, yes,
Do you mess
and it
with
was New
that
Orleans.
Thai
So
hot?
I
Like,
love Thai hot.
ooh,
The hotter the better. So guys, I am getting ready to do this Paqui.
This ain't it. This the shit they sell in the store.
Haunted ghost pepper.
You guys want to try
Challenge.
this? This is the regular shit.
Oh, what is that? Just some.
The
Well,
regular
you eat
one they
one,
sell in
I
the
eat
store.
one.
Here, hubby.
I
Try.
don't eat chips.
Did he really?
He's
just
keto.
I don't eat
He's
chips.
He's
no,
keto. It's keto.
I'm on keto.
He's keto.
Okay.
So,
I'm on
all right.
you.
Okay,
that's
well,
what I'm
here's the
getting ready to
deal.
do.
Okay.
Here's the deal. This is the Paqui one chip challenge. Okay, and we're gonna see if you can eat this and give at least 5 minutes before you drink anything.
Okay.
Okay, and 5 minutes. Since Tani's watching, this is for you, your daughter, and your husband. There's 3 more in here.
Challenge.
There one chip in that whole thing?
Challenge.
Tony says she see you every weekend and you just talking. She ain't.
Oh.
Is this just
That's
like
my best
regular?
friend right there. That's my best friend. She don't play.
I ain't seen them since they ditched me at the bar at the Happy Garden or something.
Happy Gardens spot.
Happy Garden is the lick in Elk Grove. Okay?
They got a dude back there with his eyes are kind of crooked like this. I think his name is Chicken. I was playing dominoes against him. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
His eyes like this.
Black dude.
Yeah.
He said,
he always look over his shoulders quick when he.
yes.
Are
We
you
went one
lying?
weekend, and I'm just gonna say it was a little bad news berry as far as like the group of people that were in there. And I thought that maybe they all came off of a bus together. And I'm not trying to talk shit, but they was all just a little cockeyed or something special
Right.
or whatever. But if you don't know and you're looking for something to do in Elk Grove on a Friday night, Saturday night, get over to Happy Garden because they feed you till it closes.
Oh yeah, them chicken
Drinks
wings is hella good.
Man,
I
look,
think they use accent.
man, something. Look,
That shit is good.
folks be in there just ordering the wings and wings and wings
I
and
know
wings.
this shit's good though.
Drinks are cheap. I mean, I be seeing them
Oh, yeah,
finish
oh,
bottles
yeah,
of
yeah,
Hennessy
yeah.
like it's nothing.
Yeah.
Like they
I
just.
can barely eat the regular thing. I don't know how that's gonna go.
Well, we about to see, and then we're gonna talk a little. We're gonna show your video here, and we're gonna talk about it a bit. So I'm getting ready to go livers. All right.
You really don't eat chips?
So
Barbecue chicken.
we are live
right here,
on the
tortilla.
podcast.
Nah, that's not true.
I am getting ready
This
to
is-
do
Or nothing like that.
Oh man.
this
just lost an
challenge
endorsement.
here.
The flavor of it is not
All right.
Okay.
the
So
worst.
here we go.
I'm
Get
gonna
ready
hand
to do
this
it.
to you and let you do your inspection.
All right.
I had one of the regular.
Let's see. Let's
One
see.
of the regular.
This is the challenge. Let's do this.
shit.
Let's get this
It's,
turned
uh,
around.
I don't even
Change
like
your
that
phone.
packaging.
I mean, it's. I was gonna say it's in a coffin. Whoa, spooky,
Well, you got the matching blouse.
spooky. Oh, you
good.
know what? I probably should have a napkin to make sure I don't wipe my face.
You know, everybody
later.
remembers that. Yeah, don't do that.
I watch Hot Ones.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Remember you have the gloves when we watch the video?
Yes.
Me
yes.
too. I love
Damn.
Hot Ones.
Oh, I love Hot Ones. I want to be on there so bad, cousin. My favorite one was the baby.
Oh, he did it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he was on Hot
The
Ones.
baby.
He was great. He had ice cream. He had vanilla ice cream.
Oh, as
and
it's
I was
cooling
like,
down?
it was great. All right, so it comes in this little nifty. I mean, this is supposed to be hot. Like it's here. It's here.
Okay.
Oh.
On your fingers.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
just
How
don't
come
rub your
everybody
eyes.
that I've seen do it, it breaks when they go
It's
to pull it out?
broken?
Well, just like little pieces of it. Because
Okay.
everybody that I've seen, they've eaten it in like pieces. They haven't just eaten it.
I had the box in the back seat. And
Oh, no, it's fine.
Told
It's
my
not, like,
daughter
broken
don't
like crazy.
sit on it.
Well, so I have to do the
Awesome.
whole chip, yeah?
Yeah, all at once. So stack
See,
'em.
and people were cheating too because on the challenges that I've seen, people were eating it in like little pieces.
Right.
All right. You want to
Why
know what
is it
challenge I want
black?
to try?
Why-
The M&M challenge
Why?
too.
Why
Hey,
was
man,
that?
what's that?
The challenge where you have to do his last verse from, was it
Oh,
Godzilla?
thought you think talking about the candy.
It's black.
No, it is.
Me too.
Okay.
Not even wrapped up
Look
in
at,
no
it's
one.
really dark.
Okay. She doing it. All right, don't put them both in your mouth. Don't punk out now. You said you got a leather tongue.
Where we going?
Now, if you put cocaine in your tongue, it'll numb it. and
Oh,
you'll be good.
Lord.
Whoa,
Please
that's
don't.
wow. That's a party right there.
Man,
No.
I have to wait how long without drinking anything?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Shit, anybody
Holy
watching?
shit.
And you still have
You might as well
half.
eat that other piece because ain't nobody gonna eat that. Ain't nobody bread.
I don't even like looking at it. You gotta eat it so I don't
She
have
ain't
to look
sweating
at it.
yet though.
It's coming.
5 minutes
Is it
will stop
coming?
you eating.
Holy shit.
Coming. It's all right.
How is this
Good.
hotter than...
Was this hotter than the?
Oh!
Way fucking hot.
It's hotter than that death rattle
shit.
or whatever it was. she
Death
had.
rattle.
What
Yeah.
was that other one?
How many skulls is that?
Woo! It's hot.
Why is Steph Curry gonna come on?
It's
How
hot.
many skulls?
Is that all?
Oh, yeah.
Did you eat it all?
No.
No.
I can't go 5 minutes without drinking anything.
Look
Well, do you
inside the
think you
box.
could eat the whole thing if you can drink?
Yes.
Okay.
I would do it. Because we don't
And
want
then
you
we'll see
wasting
how
no
long you can
food.
go.
What's
I think
in
you
there?
can do it. I think you can do it.
I think you can. I think.
I mean, come on, do your
Yeah.
thing.
Even, yeah.
Hey, you got to bring yourself out of this
Believe in it.
environment.
Right, right. Pain is just a construct in your mind. It's not.
You're
really
naked
real.
on an iceberg.
You know your body's not being hurt right now, so you can just go.
Like, I
ahead.
can't even
Breathe
get any,
in
like,
through your nose,
saliva.
Throw it in your
out through your mouth. Calm your nervous system down. You got it.
Let your heart rate drop.
America's watching.
You can do this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. Damn, her thumbs is black like you eating Oreos.
I know it does look like Oreos. It does.
To
Oh,
the camera.
oh goodness.
Okay.
Be careful with that napkin. That thing's like mace. You don't want to accidentally blow
Right.
your nose on that napkin.
Hey,
It starts now.
What? You one of them people, you be doing push-ups, you 5 in, you be like 1, 2.
She just missed a chip.
Okay.
Oh, he's official.
She just missed it.
Doing this.
I still barely feel this
Oh,
one of
shit.
the regulars like
Right.
just now dissipating.
Okay. All right.
In your mind.
Here we go.
In your
So
mind.
now-
Ty. Gosh, girl.
As,
Tougher than leather. Tougher than leather.
Mm-hmm.
No. Are you sure?
Not that
Are you
one.
sure?
Do you want that one?
Are you sure?
I don't know if you want that one.
Oh.
Do people know what's in that one? Because I
yeah.
don't think,
Libation. That's
yeah, I don't think that's a great idea.
Does that make it worse? What's
It'll
in?
make
I don't know.
Yeah, it
I can't
will?
think of it making it
bubbles.
better.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, they
She might
sting.
start foaming at the
The
mouth.
bubbles end up stinging.
okay.
You're at a minute. You made it 1 minute.
One chip challenge. Huh?
I can't
Yeah.
talk. Okay.
She's scared.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
repeating
Okay.
something somebody said.
Okay.
Oh, shit. What happened? Get out of there.
Tell us about.
What you want to
Your
know?
video, yeah.
Which
No
one?
problem, Vita.
Which
No
which
problem.
one?
The dinner for two.
Oh, the dinner for two.
Okay.
That was where I was looking at the Dollar Tree. Well, there's a
yeah.
there's a 99-cent store and there's a Dollar Tree. The 99-cent store, I walked in with a mental budget of $6. I went there and I couldn't get shit really because everything is something 99 cents. So I had to go to the Dollar Tree and I was able to go in there with $6 and get like
No joke.
some ribeye steaks, some mashed potato.
In
Yeah.
the
And
Dollar
we have
Tree.
the video.
Oh, I want to see this.
The,
Look at her face. I know. It's like, how healthy can
I
it
even
be?
I even had
So
a
processed. You're going to love it.
I had a bottle of wine and everything.
Dang.
The wine
did,
was
wait,
com-
did you set it up on the subway to a strange girl, though?
No.
no, okay. That would have
Well,
been the
what
best.
I was doing was I was getting it and I was preparing it
Where's
too
our
at different
Subway?
people's houses.
Bar.
Yeah, you're right. Oh no, light rail, light rail.
Light rail bar,
Like a
yeah.
Subway.
Get a light rail
But you know what
ticket.
video I'm referencing,
Yeah, I
right? The
seen
guy
that.
who breaks out the
Let's get it.
table. Okay. So
All right, y'all.
let's see this.
That
I want to
challenge.
see this dinner for two. Are you going to be okay? Shit. Could people end up in the
So tell me.
hospital over this?
No,
right.
no.
Okay.
That's always worried.
Has anyone ever been admitted with burns to the mouth? You know, chemical burns to the mouth from the Paqui chip.
Okay, excuse me. I didn't mean to burp, but damn. Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
You make a romantic dinner for two on only $5 to maybe $6 at the Dollar Tree. Gonna put it together right now.
Vegetables, ribeye steak, mashed
What a great
potatoes.
So I
premise.
told you guys I could put together a meal from the Dollar Tree for $6. Okay, and with that budget, I was even able to get some wine.
Oh.
Whoa.
Do like wine.
Whose
No, I
face
don't
is that
think
on
you
that
know that.
wine?
She's in recovery.
Hey.
Look, do you see we that have, ostrich if you get caught up on the food, I can tell you what we have. We have the
Cooked the
mixed
ostrich egg.
vegetables. This started off as a ribeye steak.
I mean, that meat was delicious.
It
It was tender.
This is looking real like jailhouse
So,
dinner.
what we're gonna do
Better than
is-
jail.
Yeah, it is better than jail. It's like jail on a holiday.
San Quentin friendly.
Right.
Mm.
See, if they integrated the sexes.
Okay. it'll be like this. The potatoes are probably gonna
It's the Folsom County fave. Mm-mm.
Berry spread.
Oh, it's the branch.
Tastes like some dog food.
That was the meat too, wasn't it?
She said the meat was dog food.
Well, how the fuck she know what dog food tastes like?
Okay.
What are you talking about, man? I just cooked it a little fast.
They're like hard.
They're
like,
Here, let me ask the camera person. Would you like
Oh
to try the steak?
goodness.
When I watched it, I was like, he's
It
really
looks like
eating it, though.
liver.
It did, but it was tender. It tastes like that Mexican lingua.
It's not bad for $1.
I love that. Lingua and cabeza. Shit.
did you season this?
She asked if
I'm
you
trying to get
seasoned it.
lucky.
Did you season
Those
it?
taste fine.
Pop that wine.
Yes.
Look, man.
Yes, best friend, I'm good.
That's the
It's
best
hot as
part.
shit, but yes.
Look at that. Look, I'm finna sniff it.
Could you not reach over me?
What year was that made?
The Bon.
Look, I don't know when the Dollar Tree got it, but I go to that Dollar Tree that you went to, and they keep that stocked.
The Bon Field?
It's pretty good though. If I was in high school, I'd be chugging that shit.
Why are there bubbles?
It's maybe a sparkling wine.
It's like Arbor Mist. It's like Arbor Mist.
Yeah, it is like
I
Arbor
made
Mist.
sure that I poured that shit down the drain.
Is your pinky?
Did you?
I want my daughter. Let me give a taste.
Yeah. Damn, that's a good idea.
Goodness.
That's a good idea. That was better than going and paying $6 for.
You know,
The
if
Mad
I had
Dog
time
was
to really cook it and plate it right, a person wouldn't know. A woman is supposed to be like, well, at least he made an attempt.
Try it.
Like the mashed potatoes, I'll give you. The vegetables, I'll give you. The bread, I'll give
I
you.
don't think how I think.
I know.
Steak is where
The
you're supposed to
protein.
splurge.
No,
Well-
no, the texture's like
It's gray.
It is great.
That's the
I'll say
kind of
that.
steaks that you get at like Denny's and stuff like that. If someone's silly enough,
Who eats steak at Denny's?
that's what I'm saying. If somebody's silly enough.
your food standards are
They don't know any better.
lower than my food standards.
So I thought this was good. So there was a couple things that I thought about it. One, I thought that was like, you know what? There's a lot of people out there
That you cook.
that this is where they get to shop.
Yeah, and if you're
You know what I'm saying?
homeless, too,
And they
you
eat it
know?
regardless. Like this,
You know what?
so
That's what I came into realization with when me and my daughters were there. They're having fun. We're walking around. We're picking stuff up, and we're having a great time. And then as we're walking past people. They depend on this place.
Right.
We're making comedy out of it, but this is their source right
Yeah.
here. And I was just like, oh shit, like keep it down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I'm not even gonna lie. There's times I have growing boys and they like snacks and shit. You can go in a Dollar Tree. God damn. My nose is running again. You go to Dollar Tree and get you some good stuff. I know. I remember. And get
Oh,
you
we
some
hit
good
the
stuff,
Dollar Tree
you know?
before the movies.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh, yeah.
smart people
Easy.
do it.
Easy. Breakfast stuff, maybe if you got somebody, that's
Oh,
staying the
when-
night that just stay over a little bit.
When I was
they got real cereal there now.
Oh yeah, when I was a single dad in the beginning, I would get the little they had the little French toast sticks, the little sausage.
Mad.
I didn't know no better, but it served its purpose, you know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yeah. I mean, it's a thing for a reason, and
Right.
Family Dollar is taking over. That's somewhere else
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
taking
I've
over
seen
it. But they're taking over in like a lot of small towns that are, kind of rural. Mm-hmm. Whew. I
See,
feel like
growing
maybe I
up,
wiped
my
nose
mom
with
would
the
have
wrong
never
one.
went somewhere like that. She'd be like, you could get some of that oatmeal out of that big ass jar, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like
I mean,
there
look,
was like no kind of processed food
Paper
option.
towels, toilet
Seriously,
paper,
no.
soap, toothpaste. Like there's some stuff that really comes in handy.
Now
Sure.
hold on,
Some gallon bags.
hold on. Now I went to the Dollar
Hygiene.
Tree and bought some gift wrapping paper.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it'd be like three.
very
They
thin.
gave me
like-
about
it'd be like
3
this
feet
tall.
of it. Yeah. It
very
came off the
thin.
roll. I was like, this is it? Oh shit. Did it tore hella easy?
But
Oh, I was
don't look. Don't have it be Christmas Eve, and
tears.
that's the only place that's open. Or you're gonna pay $75 at the CVS. So you just go in and get like 8, 9 of them, and you just be wrapping real conservative.
Right.
So some stuff don't get wrapped.
Right.
But yeah, so I like that what it is that you do, because it's kind of like you take these kind of challenges or these different. I don't want to say challenges in a way that the viral challenges, but you do these things that kind of YouTubers and content creators that they do, and you do it unapologetically. You know what I'm saying? Like, you weren't shy to be like, I'm going into the Dollar Tree.
Right. I'm not shy to challenge her with this deadly chip.
Yes. All right. Thank you. Whew. Whew. I did it, guys. It's better. I got it.
Okay.
It's good.
You are
I couldn't have
back.
made it
You
5
are
minutes,
back.
though. I could not have done it
Could
5
not
minutes.
made it 5 minutes. No,
Nope.
3?
Nope.
What would have happened?
9 minutes and 15 seconds.
Probably if I wasn't drinking what's in my pink cup before and I had maybe like really hydrated with water, I probably could have made it. But being that I've been doing other types of drinking today.
Okay.
You know,
So
you're the
kinda
second person. You
dehydrated in
took
a
it
way.
really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
This is
So-
good.
So, hey, we're going to put that, somebody
would
convinced me to
never
do
wanna do
TikTok.
that.
So I started a TikTok. So maybe I'll throw it on there. I was like, what am I going to do on TikTok? But if you have a brand, if you create content, like you got to be on.
TikTok?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's pretty addicting. I
Really?
was watching for like an hour and a half the other day. I was like, oh, I want to do that dance challenge. Oh, I want to do that. Oh, I got it. I was in my
Probably
room
won't be
practicing.
doing a dance challenge.
I'm going to do one. I'm going to do one. It's pretty lit. So, yes. Okay. So, we are going to make sure that we keep on track this time because I tend to talk a lot. So, we're going to keep on track here. We are almost to our time. It looks like, are we? Is it almost that time? Damn, it went fast.
Yeah, it's that time.
All right. So, one thing that I did want to talk about, we always kind of talk about some pop culture, but what I want to do is kind of just briefly kind of bring it back around to, what you use. I asked you the question about what you use cannabis for, Kiki, and how it helps you in your everyday life. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about how it's helped me in the last week, how it's helped to keep me sane. And then I'm gonna kind of pose a question to everybody off of some pop culture that's occurred this last week.
You're gonna tell me something.
Yes. So we're gonna talk about that. But yes, won't you tell us, fam, how you utilize it? I know for myself, I feel like I have a platform with multiple sclerosis living with me. With me being a mother, with me being an entrepreneur, with me being a wife, I know how cannabis helps me. How does it help you other than within recovering from when you work out? How it helps with your emotions and, your strength, your mental wellness?
I'll start with the working out. So especially when I come, when I'm done working out and, that definitely helps with recovery and, like just being able to if I'm doing some stretching and stuff like that. And, I just go ahead and, medicate beforehand. Oh my gosh.
Do you use CBD? Do you use THC? Do you use a good ratio of both?
So I'm new to CBD and I'm going to get started with CBD. I have yet to really explore that in depth.
Okay.
But really, I really love I love THC. I love flower. That's really what I like. I use a little bit of concentrate, but not a lot. I'm not a real big fan of it, to be honest.
You know what? How do you use it when you do? Do you have a dab rig or do you spread it on your joints? That's the best way. You just got to find a really good one.
So I had a friend who has a dab rig, and I've dabbed with them plenty of times. And then for me, I actually have a little situation that I bought on Amazon with like little bunch of pieces and all that stuff. And so I have been using it there, and I don't like the way I cough when I use the concentrate. And I'm like, yeah, I'm cool off that. That's really
I don't like.
I might have to send you some because there's some that's fire. But like I can see you using a Puffco
because
a Puffco would probably be good for you.
This is my first time using concentrate by myself outside of dabbing with my friends.
Okay.
Dabbing with them is cool. Whatever I got, I don't really care for it.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to have to send you something. I will say this. There's some of the brands that I would prefer to get from the farmer's market, as I call it, than get it from some of these brands that you pay $60, $70, $80 for. Like, Chapo. Legit. Okay. Yeah. Chapo, Sackman's 916. Yeah, we got to shout out, our friends at the farmers markets. But
where are these farmers markets?
We'll talk. We'll definitely talk about them. They're around.
Not the
They're everywhere, but nowhere at the same time.
not there anymore, but
seen that.
is one of them. Yes,
I seen
The
that
cat
as well.
in the hat
but
will
is
be
one
on
of
the
them. He doesn't do
corner.
it. Yeah, so we'll talk about
Okay.
that. But so I if I could suggest anything, you start using CBD. If you like flour, get some really good CBD flour and utilize that after your workout. Or I have a product that I may be able, the powder,
The hemp,
that would be
yes.
perfect for you. Mix it in like your drink after, so you can mix it in like your protein recovery shake, and that is going to because one, it hits faster.
It does hit
I'm gonna have to
too.
send you some of this product that I have.
Yeah,
So
it's
I
and
amazing.
shout out to Realize
what I
Wellness.
love to do is I love to medicate before I do hot yoga.
Oh,
Yeah,
And
okay,
so
yes.
I'm
Itself to
really
that hot
interested in the
yoga.
CBD because I'm interested in seeing if I get the same calming effects
Yeah,
that
you
I
definitely
do
will.
before I go in for my workout.
Yeah,
So
I'll
I'm gonna
recommend
definitely
some
be
brands
delving
to you
into
because
CBD more.
the best way to get your CBD and the most effective is like in something that you can put in like if it's a powder form that you can put in a drink. Like I said, the one brand that I'm talking about, it's 100 times more effective than vaping. Which is also one of the most effective ways because it gets into your capillaries and it's getting into your bloodstream faster, faster than edibles, drinks. If there's some CBD drinks, there's a cannabis quencher. I don't know if you have
really
that in
digging
Arizona.
This drink thing. The
but
drink thing is the new wave.
It seems like
I'm
it gets to you much faster, and so it's ways
You
that you
got
can
it.
microdose, but
I
you can also
have.
mix it in with your protein shakes and things like that. So I highly recommend that. So we can
Put me
talk
on
about
to
that more
some
too.
brands so that I can be on the lookout.
Yeah,
'Cause,
no, I definitely will. Yeah, especially CBD because it'll be easy
put
for
me
you to
on
get,
some brands.
because you can get that, in all states.
And
so
CBD is not psychoactive, right? So
Yeah.
people can just go on about their daily lives
Yeah,
and not
yeah.
be at any risk of saying,
Yeah, no,
oh,
CBD,
you're
it's
loaded and
great.
I was in the
driving and-
emergency room at UC
Uh-oh.
Davis.
for your edible,
Yeah, but that was the
Well, he gave me
experience,
the wrong
right?
candy bar.
yeah, he got a
And-
THC bar and
I
ate the
ate
whole
the
thing and thought it was
whole
CBD
thing on
and
the
ended
phone
up in
talking.
the emergency
Oh.
room.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it wasn't a
Yes.
bad experience.
But guess what?
It
There's
wasn't
an
a good one.
antidote to that. Go
There's
ahead.
It
an
is.
antidote?
Yes, CBD.
No,
So
I'm
yes,
not, eat more.
No, well, one, get the right one because he
Right.
gave you THC, not
Right.
CBD.
Oh, God.
So anytime
The way to
that you
counteract
are, you've over medicated edibles or anything else,
that's
you
happened
use
to me
CBD.
for sure.
Yeah,
Edibles,
and it
ooh.
brings
Go get
you
yourself some pure
yeah,
CBD
and it
and
evens
you
you
do
out.
that.
So let's say you're here.
I don't think
what
he's
CBD
thinking
does
that
is it
good.
kind of brings you here and it
Once
elongates
you're
your
already
high.
there.
Right.
But no, it
Fuck.
definitely CBD
Responsible
counteracts.
use,
So
people, responsible
yeah, it counteracts. But yeah, so I know you have some things coming up. In like you said. So everybody, please keep track. Go follow on Instagram, and your IG is Get Fit with Kiki. Or
Yeah,
which
underscore.
underscore. There we go. Yes, and
Get
of course,
fit with Kiki,
yes, and of
then
course,
the underscore.
yeah, then the underscore. And
Yeah.
of course, on all my posts and everything, I'll make sure to share her social media. I missed out. She had a great butt challenge. If you want to go ahead and do another one, because it is my birthday month, and I want to be stacked. And I'm having a very special dress made. I want to shout out to my designer. I'm just gonna give you guys one hint. One hint. And this is what the dress. It's inspired by this. It's tucked into my socks. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's tucked into my soul.
If you guys know that, just think about that is a Black culture thing. It is from a TV 80s. It's from a TV show that
You
we'll
know?
just say it's staple for Black America.
Oh,
It's
you want me to say
tucked
it?
into my socks.
The Cosby Show?
Ding, 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 ding,
Okay.
ding.
Okay.
What episode? Do you know?
No, I don't know that. I just know.
Gordon
80s.
Gartrell.
Gordon
Oh yeah,
Gartrell?
yeah, with
Yes.
the short sleeve and the long
So
sleeve.
I am having a dress
Yeah.
made inspired by that. It's gonna be fire. Well, they still don't know what it looks like. I don't know if it's is it gonna be just like how Denise made it? Is it not? You don't know, but you'll have to tune in and see. So my birthday. So yes. I'm so much better now. Like, oh, yes, this is great. So, yes, so we definitely want to have you back on Kiki and talk about, when your other opportunities are coming up, maybe when you have a new challenge, when you
Kiki.
are, yeah.
For
She
sure.
she has the butt challenge. Build up. No.
She
How long does
had-
it take
she
to
had
build a
glute
butt?
challenge. She had a good glute. It was 30 days,
How long does
45
it-
days.
How long?
Does it take
60.
60 days? Of
So,
squats?
what do you feel about these
So-
apps that say like build your butt and get abs in 2 weeks? Like,
yeah, no.
I'd have had
So-
abs already.
right.
So people want, in our culture, we want everything quick, fast, in a hurry,
Yes.
including our bodies. And it didn't take, you 60 days to get to that condition that you are. And it's not going to take 60 days to get you in your peak shape.
Right.
So people don't want to hear, 2 years, 3 years before, you are really comfortable in the gym making real strides and gains. But honestly, we have to think in terms of not just physique, but think of other things outside of the scale and physique, like the mental health leaps and bounds that people who work out are able to make.
Yeah.
Wellness for the internal
sleeping better,
organs,
better sex life.
Better sex.
Yes.
Just all those other things, and we're, as women, we're better able to just, deal with hormonal things and just being more connected with your body in general. Men just being more connected with your body in general. Body awareness. A lot of people are so awkward with their body, and when you work out, you have more body awareness, and you're just more kinesthetically aware and
spatially aware. You don't realize you're not all up on somebody's ass in the grocery store.
Yeah,
like you don't know you're mad close.
So seriously, right?
That's happened.
There's just an array of reasons why everyone should move their body for 20 minutes most days of the week. All right.
Most days, okay.
And just like Michelle Obama said, move,
Yes.
So, but everyone really gets really kind of hard pressed. Well, Keandra, I don't really like, doing this and this. And I'm like, start where you are and go there.
Yes.
The journey to 1,000 steps starts with one. So, no one likes to be a beginner, but that's what the reality of the situation is. We have to be a beginner at something.
And I like that. So you'll work with somebody at the level that they're at.
Equity.
You're not going to make somebody feel bad and try to like jump in like they're doing insanity, and being at your level.
Oh man, that insanity.
Man, insanity is crazy. Insanity used to make me feel so bad. Damn.
Really embrace this negative attitude about themselves. They think if they shit on themselves repeatedly, that it's going to somehow click in their minds that, calling themselves a fat ass or whatever is going to suddenly one day motivate them to lose the weight. And a lot of times it doesn't for the majority of the time.
It does the opposite.
Then we see on The Biggest Loser, when people are yelling in your face, the 1%, it works, right? But 99%, you've been spending 20 years calling yourself fat and lazy, and you haven't been motivated to truly change, right? And so I tell people, I sit them down in their chair and I ask them, what's your relationship like with food, and what's your relationship like with exercise? And they're like, oh, well, I'm lazy, really and that's my problem. My problem is I'm just lazy, and if I just stop being lazy, then I'm going to lose the weight. And I'm like, well,
you have to find their why. I think that's awesome. I think that's awesome.
You got to find your why.
What do you call it when a person looks in the mirror and they see themselves as being just fine? There's like a terminology for that.
Oh, complacent?
No,
or when they're not, but they see themselves as like being fine. Or,
well, I think when you're really okay with yourself,
between complacency and body positivity.
Right.
So let's just say,
I'm
gonna interrupt real quick. But say, for example, Lizzo. We'll breach a subject with somebody like Lizzo. Lizzo's very body positive. I hope that it's genuine, what she's doing, and that it's not a platform that she's using
so concerned
to
about
get
what someone is doing with their body. And we are really never concerned with people when we see people are really thin, and we're never concerned with someone's health when someone's generally thin, right? Because we think that they're healthy. We don't, there's no physical markers to health. But then when we look at a plus size body, we immediately want to become doctors and throw our WebMD capes on and come for their blood pressure and their diabetes and their heart disease.
And you can be skinny,
when a thin person, 40 pounds lighter than them, can be just as unhealthy or more unhealthy. And we could care less. I mean, smoking cigarettes, eating McDoubles, McTriples, fries,
seriously.
They don't sleep.
Processed food.
They're up.
And they don't know what a vegetable looks like.
Lifestyle. And we wouldn't really think to be like, girl, you need to sleep and put down them damn monsters.
Yeah, because it's
because
easier
that's
to
killing your liver.
judge somebody that we can see. But I like that you say that, and I definitely, this subject we can definitely get into much more. And I think it'd be great to have you come back when we have Sacred Garden Roots and Urban Body Tea back on.
We can't get on this subject right at the end.
Because I don't know if you watch that episode. I don't know if you watch that episode with those two beautiful queens, but definitely go back and watch that one.
I'm gonna go back and watch now, though.
Yeah. So
sure.
basically, would love to have you back on in 2 weeks because Sacred Garden Roots, she does yoni steams and she really believes in
Girl, I'm all about
holistic.
it.
And and I'm thinking,
so what does the yoni
I
steam
stay
do?
on the yoni
It
steam and a
steams
yoni
your
egg.
yes. It steams. It's a holistic way. It uses all natural herbs and
detox.
plants
Steams
and
your vagina?
yes, and
Yes.
it's all in it. Like
is
your
your
whole
vagina
reproductive
open?
system.
And let me
In
tell you
a way,
something,
it's
when you
steam
do
that
that,
kinda
your
gets in there.
femininity,
It's
you
like a
just be
facial,
glowing
but
from the
for everything.
inside
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
And it makes
It changes so
just
much. I'm telling you. I
It just-
personally,
it just
I've
makes
used
it
Can
Sacred
a
Garden.
man get his balls and
Inside
things
out,
yoni?
girl.
I don't know. Maybe we can work one out.
Well,
Cousin,
you
is
gotta
there
remember
a
something.
testicle steam?
Don't like heat.
Is there a
That's
testicle
why
steam he's
they're in
asking?
a
There are
sack
male
away
steams.
from the
Yes, there are
body.
male
I don't
steams.
know.
There are male steams.
Yeah.
Steams?
There are male steams.
I
know,
can just see it being too hot or
Well,
something.
maybe you would
Ask
like
my
to be the
husband,
guinea
like,
pig and try
"Well,
it out and come back and
male
report
steams?"
for
He's
us.
like, "Yeah."
Maybe we can work on that. So, I did the Paqui challenge. He can come back and do the balls.
Steam on balls?
The
The ballsy
why does that sound like a
It
menu
makes
item
you
from
mean,
like
man.
a
sometimes-
It makes you
sometimes
man,
balls.
When
Yeah.
you flush, you can,
get things there. I get it.
Okay.
But yes, cousin. So we'll have you back on in 2 weeks, definitely. So we'll be in contact for that. Hit the hubby up on that on our Menage with MariJayne Instagram. Because he was never able to find you, so we can talk to there. And so one question I did want to pose, I actually had two, but one that I think I want to really talk about before we close out here. I know I said I want to talk about the political aspect, but I think I want to end on something just a little more lighthearted today, a little more fun today. So I wanted to talk to you guys all about. This is kind of lighthearted, kind of in a way. One, did anybody see that Shaq had a bet to reveal his real hairline on live? Yes.
oh, he has a fake hairline?
Well, he painted one on, and I'm
Beijing.
thinking it's because exactly. Oh, you know exactly. Yep, that's exactly what
I
it
do my
was.
whole
So,
face. I was like, get this shit off.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was pretty
That
funny.
was almost as bad as Boozer's Beijing.
Yes, that's what they were talking about.
Boozer's Beijing.
That's what they were talking about. Boozer, when he came, like one day he was like back here, like Quincy Jones in it, and then came back the next day and had like this little just like dusting of hair, and it was like, how?
Yeah.
Like,
I had a barber do that to me. He was like, I specialize in hairlines. He said, I could bring your hairline back and this. And I was like, how the fuck you gonna do that?
we're gonna have a barber on here in a couple of weeks. Zay the barber,
man weave.
and I know
light
they,
skin.
yeah,
He used to work at Chuka with Chuka now. He drives a Benz.
yes,
I know Zay. I like Zay.
yeah. So he's
Yeah.
gonna be on. The hubby used to coach him in basketball when he was in high school at
Okay.
Franklin High.
Okay.
So it's crazy to me to see somebody that I've known since he was younger, like going to Greece and,
Yeah.
going and traveling and showing people about his business. This dude is young and he has it. Like Gary V would love to meet him. Gary V, I think, would be so inspired by him, and I'm gonna tell him that. But he's somebody that I know I've seen him use, maybe not Beijing, but some form of
product.
that. Yeah.
Oh, the fibers.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen the fibers
I just seen
too.
all the shit.
Yeah, it's crazy, huh?
Like,
Hey, the
man.
barber game is not a joke.
So
No, it's very
not.
lucrative now.
and it is very.
Yeah, it's hot.
And we all need to remember that everybody is going to need somebody to do their hair. Everybody's going to need somebody to do their makeup. Everybody's, you know what I'm saying? Like, that is something that people, I will say, about having social media and having this constant access to showing who you are, that is definitely bringing back the appeal of being into fashion, being into cars, being into hair, being into this,
Sweet.
and doing something that is more entrepreneurial,
Now,
and
speaking of showing
manner.
who someone is, what you were telling me something about somebody was trying to snitch earlier on their mama.
Oh, Britney Spears. Yes, thank you. So you reminded me. Thank you. I almost forgot.
I need to know.
So yes, so Britney Spears' son.
Britney.
I know, poor thing. So
Leave
Britney Spears' son.
Britney
I love
alone.
Britney. It's Britney, bitch. I love Britney
Right.
Spears. I'm an NSYNC
Free
lover.
Britney.
Yes, I am. But so what happened is Britney Spears' son got on Instagram and started like offering to tell her business. Like people were asking him, "What's going on with your mom?" And he starts going, "Well, if I can get 5,000 followers, I'll tell you guys." And then he calls his grandfather a dick and says that his father is Jesus. And I mean, just basically being a very spoiled and privileged little white boy.
What is
I'm
Britney
sorry.
Little
doing?
boy,
Did she still
yeah.
perform or do anything?
I think she's still Vegas. Yeah.
Okay. And
yeah.
what about Kevin Featherline?
What do you think Kevin Federline's doing?
He got really
Living off
fat.
Britney,
So
waiting
how-
on that
how-
check,
how
going to
good
the
is he
mailbox.
You
looking?
know what's so sad is that Britney's dad is her conservator, and Britney is wanting to kind of like do more things, I think,
Be
and
normal.
her dad
Right.
is now trying to let go of
Is
that
he still her
cash,
conservator?
and so
Yeah.
he's trying to go, making it seem
Yeah.
like she's under mental duress, and maybe she's not so much, and she just really wants more freedom. And so free Britney, free
I mean, there's
Brit,
something
because
going on
you
because
never
her
know, though.
her Instagram
everything.
videos
She's
seem
given,
very planned.
she
She seems very
free
deadpan.
Brit.
Like whatever medication they have her on, they upped it. And I don't know if this boyfriend of hers is really a boyfriend or if there's somebody that they feel comfortable with him being
Oh,
around.
she got a new dude?
Yeah, and exactly because you see that face. Like I don't know if that's somebody that they're like, "Hey, we go pay you to kind of be like." Here, Brittany, I made you some bagels and her medicines in
speaking
there or
of
something
people
like.
who were ruined by
Well, I mean,
I just
if
saw pictures
Hollywood
of
gets
Amanda
to her-
Bynes doing well.
Yes,
I'm
and
like,
people are
thank
so mad at
God.
her because she got a tattoo on her face and she's engaged, and I'm like,
I
is
was
Amanda
hoping that was
Bynes?
henna or something. Oh,
Yeah,
Amanda.
I was hoping that it was henna, but if it's not, who cares? Like she's not doing what she was doing 4 and 5 and 6 years ago when she was telling
That's
Drake
true.
to come murder her vagina.
She's good now. Blessed be.
Yes, right? Blessed be. So we can have you on for a whole nother pop culture episode because me and you, we be in the same stuff. So, but we've gone over once again, guys. I know I say every time we're going to be good and on point, but that Paqui challenge, it keeps coming up.
Oh, really?
It keeps coming up. If you notice my voice going in and out, it's like I'm trying not to cough. It's not hot, but it's lingering. So, but I would do it again. Hot ones, get at me.
Let's do it.
Hey. So, thank you guys so much for joining. I'm happy that we never got into any old stories from high school because he definitely could have shared. Cousin, I appreciate your time. I know you are a couple hours ahead, so I appreciate your time in your
Are they
evening.
not in Arizona?
2 hours ahead, yeah?
Just
Or
one.
Okay,
Just
okay.
one.
Well, tell my family I said hello. My cousin that I've never met, but I've seen and act like, feel like I know him. And we'll be talking very soon. Like I said, don't forget 2 weeks. We'll have you back on then. That'll probably be our Pussy Power episode.
Pussy Power.
So we'll have our Pussy Power episode.
Puppy
and
power.
I'm all about Pussy Power.
Oh, and Loud House. Yes. So next week we have, very special people to me. Very educated people. They have the greatest energy, the greatest hearts. They have great products as well. And that's Loud House. They're going to be in the house and I'm super excited to have them here. And then it is my birthday month. So you guys definitely want to make sure that you keep up with us every week. The week of the 23rd, which is my birthday. So that Wednesday, we're going to be having a little birthday session with some other brand educators in the industry and some other people, popcorn celebrity. My DJ that used to DJ Colors of Cannabis, he said he wanted to maybe come through and play a little music. I don't know how we gonna fit all those people in here, but it's gonna be a little party. So that's how I do. That's how I do. And do something. So so you guys know where to get on and follow me. We do have merch. Please go ahead and visit my Instagram, the MariJayne Maven, Menage with the MariJayne Maven. Links to our Teespring merch store is through there. Get yourself some, Menage with the MariJayne Maven merch. I'm kind of famous. I'm being seen around and just being called out. It's kind of dope. It's kind of dope. And we have what's it?
Frisco for the dinner.
The hubby.
Frisco for the food thing.
Oh yes, 2020. The family here from Menage with the MariJayne Maven, we're going to be going to the Cannabis Food Conference, and that's going to be July of 2020. So if you guys don't know about that, please find them on Instagram and get your ticket. This is a great event. It's going to be talking about different edibles and new companies with CBD, THC. It's going to be the burgeoning industry of cannabis. Definitely. It's going to be edibles. So like I said, our Patreon's going to be up and running with some new content pretty soon. Vita, thank you so much once again for coming through, giving us life. KelTheSquare, we appreciate it. Thanks for coming through with the chip challenge because we were trying to get some and we couldn't. My beautiful fam, that queen Kiki, thank you so much, and we will see you in 2 weeks. The hubby, thank you once again for all of your support and for helping out here. Steph Lowe, you're always dope and awesome.
Yes, thank you,
Wild Jones, Podcast Network, One Love, Mr. Jones, we miss you, Chaz. We need to get that that intro recorded, and we want you back next week. Get better. All right. And hello to that cutie girlfriend of yours that I met today. She's so cute. And don't forget March 13th, a Tailored Mind event, a Tailored Affair. You can find more information on my Instagram. Hit us up. I know I had some people asking me some questions. We will get to those next week. We just had a really good time here. And like I said, this chip challenge kind of took me for a loop here. But once again, thank you guys so much for joining. Keep it what's poppin'. Keep it G. And come back and join us next week. Tell your friends about us. We are 7 subscribers away. 6 subscribers away. We're on that chase. So come on, subscribe. 6 more. All right. Love you guys always. Shout out to everybody internationally and everybody else. You guys have a great week. We will see you next week.